hey, so I saw this on TikTok and I was just coming to see if these dolls and these are still on the shelf, because all of them, the website on the back and on the bottom takes you to an adult website.
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there's been having a good day, had a good weekend, y'all. Good 3-day weekend if you had one. I know I did. But anyways, y'all, we're back with another reaction. I ain't gonna talk too much, but I'm just gonna put this out into the atmosphere, into the universe. The algorithm has been taking a toll just because YouTube hasn't been putting out my videos. I've been getting the same amount of likes, if not more. But let's get this video to 1,000 likes, y'all. That'll be the most likes we've ever gotten here with the Cave Fam. Show up today, y'all. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes and let's get into the reaction. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
You guys want to know what's crazy? The stores are really trying to get rid of, look, it's $1. They're really trying to get rid of these Kellogg's products. People aren't buying this stuff no more because they know it's trash and it's poisoning our kids. All that stuff about the Kellogg's and they're being sued. Yep, other companies are going to go down too. See, watch. The revolution will be televised. Don't fall for it. Don't buy the crap. It's only $1, but it's crap. It's all kinds of nasty stuff in there, okay? Don't fall for it. This is store's last-ditch efforts to try and get rid of the product and make some money off of it because they know that it's going under.
Guys, you ain't gonna believe this. This is fresh hamburger. $4 a package.
What percentage is that?
$4 a package. These are
93
$10 packages of hamburger.
Can't tell. Is that 93?
Look at that. Look at these ribs. We got St. Louis ribs for $6. $6. These are $20 racks of ribs. These are $10 packages of hamburger. What happened? We go back in time to 2019? I don't know what's going on, guys.
So I'm at Walmart, right? And almost everywhere I go, it says rollback, rollback, rollbacks, rollbacks, rollbacks. We tried to tell y'all things were going to get better. You don't.
Ain't that something? You see that thumbnail? How those steaks? That was my picture. I got those at the store yesterday. I went shopping to get some meat. I was like, hold on, are those ribeyes? A pack of 7 ribeyes, and they're not super paper thin. Now, they're not thick. They're probably 1/2 inch, maybe, a little more, 3/4 of an inch. Nice sized ribeyes. $20, y'all, for 7 of them. Less than $3 a ribeye. Is it happening already? That's from me, y'all. That's from me telling you guys. That picture in the thumbnail today, that was my picture I took. I sent it to my family because they're all Kamala fans. I sent them, you know, a little joke saying, Trump wins and boom, what do you know? $3 ribeyes. But it's happened. And then when I do my video this morning, I see it's happening, y'all. It's not just me that saw that. You guys see any price differences yet? Now, I haven't been to a big box store like a Walmart's always expensive meat, like the Albertson Safeway. That store was a little market out here, but still, I haven't seen ribeyes for $3 since 2019, like that guy said.
Somebody please explain to me how the fuck this happens. So the Wicked movie is set to be released on November 22nd. So upon release of the movie, they dropped some dolls, some toy dolls that you can buy for your kids. This is one of them, and this is another one. But the thing I don't get that I'm still trying to get is how the fuck did they mistake by putting an adult film link on the back of the box? Yes, y'all, an adult film. So if you bought this doll toy for your kids, make sure you go and rip that link off the back because it's going to pull up corn. I really just don't see how this is possible, bruh. How is it possible for you to mistake to put a corn site on your box? So as of now, they pulled all these dolls off the shelf so they can fix the label packaging. Like I said, that's just shit that shouldn't happen. And when did they figure out that this led to a corn site? The amount of people that probably clicked that link, or even kids, bruh. Shit crazy.
Okay, so I saw this on TikTok and I was just coming to see if these dolls and these are still on the shelf, because all of them, the website on the back and on the bottom takes you to an adult website. Right there. It's an adult website. So how are these not pulled off of shelves?
So the doll's packaging, there was a nasty
wrong. What did they do in this scenario? Evil and morally wrong. Wicked motherfuckers. Case closed.
There was a nasty mix-up with Mattel as it was trying to promote its Wicked dolls. Yes, like the upcoming movie starring Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. So the doll's packaging was supposed to include a link directing parents and kids to the movie's website, but instead that link sent them to an adult website. Mattel says they regret the misprint and are working to fix it. For more on these stories, live streaming news, and more, just download Fox Local.
Now I had to throw that little news clip for any new watchers here that say these are all fake stories. There you go. There's straight from the news from Fox Atlanta. There you go, right there. That's the truth, y'all. But they don't accidentally do this, because correct me if I'm wrong, I've never done it. I've looked into it. If you want to create a website, you have to have a website that is not used. I'm pretty sure, right? Doesn't that mean like you have to type in that website and even if it to see if it's even available? So there was no misprint on that. That was done intentionally. And just the movie, just the name of the movie named Wicked is just some evil darkness. I know I ain't gonna be watching it, but I know there's gonna be tons of little youngsters in there with their parents watching that with their doll right next to them. They put it in our face, y'all.
Hey, Oprah, good morning.
Here's Oprah.
How are you, darling?
In Hawaii.
You're looking very good. How do you think the election went?
Not talking about the election. Thank you very much.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Not true, okay.
I was paid nothing, ever.
What do you think about all the celebrities with their mass exodus?
I'm not talking about it.
Do you think Prince Harry's gonna lose his visa now that Trump's president?
Oh, we on your ass now, people.
Thank you, Oprah.
But they very intentionally, the one thing they knew they had to remove from the beginning was God. God had to come out of the schools because God was the immovable object that prevented their utopian schemes. They wanted, if you want to manipulate children, if you want to change the way they think, rewire the relationship of families, you have to get at the God thing, because the garden and the sin in the garden is all disrupts those utopian schemes. And so the early progressives, communists, Marxists, very intentionally worked hard in creating systems that slowly but surely removed God. Because if you went into a public school, government school in America in the 1850s or 1870s and 1830s, the Bible's in there, prayers in there, scripture readings in there. It's all in there. So it's the modern court that made all those things unconstitutional based on a misreading of the First Amendment and freedom of religion versus freedom from religion. And the progressives have exploited that. And then the process from there to, they used patriotism falsely to sort of get rid of God.
Trump just said they're going to build a defense shield over our country.
We will build a massive defense shield, all made in the USA. We're going to build a beautiful dome over our country. And a lot of it's going to be made right here in New York.
And guess who came to mind? Nikola Tesla, huh? He had all kinds of patents. Tesla wanted to build a wall, specifically an impenetrable wall of force to be erected around the U.S. border. Huh. A wall of force can be erected at, all about electromagnetic stuff too, you know what I mean? And he knew how to pull power from the ether, allegedly. And when he passed away, guess who got all of his life's work? John G. Trump. Huh. Talk about a coincidence that now, what are the odds that Mr. Elon Musk, who owns Tesla, who is like the real life Iron Man, by the way, his best buddies with Mr. Trump right now? Sure makes you wonder, doesn't it? All this video was for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget that, fact checkers, okay? Y'all have a good day.
I know the media lies because I was in the Las Vegas shooting and there were certainly more than one pew-pewer. So some of you know this, some of you might not, but at the time of the Las Vegas shooting, I was living in Vegas and I was working on the Strip less than a mile from where it happened. Now for context, I worked next door to Planet Hollywood in the walkway that crosses the street where there's a big Walgreens. If you've been to Vegas, you know. So if I'm looking outside of my store, what was reported on the news would have been about 0.7 miles away to the left of me. Now I certainly know that that part was true because 2 of the survivors who lost one of their friends were hiding in the workroom of my job with me. But here's the thing that has never added up to me. So when it happened, it happened while I was on break. Just at the end of my break, actually, when I came back outside the break room to go clock out, there was a stampede of people heading toward the left. I'm gonna show you with my hands. Here's me. I'm looking this way. This is where they say it happened, which it did. But everybody is running away, coming this way through the walkway, headed toward Mandalay Bay. At that time, we were told there were 3 pew-pewers and that one was at Bellagio. Do I think there was 3? No, I think there was 2. I think there was another one at Bellagio, like they said, because Bellagio was across the street from Planet Hollywood. So everybody ran over the bridge and into where I work, running toward where the news said it was, which there absolutely was. Like I said, that's 100% true. But what I'm saying is, I think to protect the capitalism in Vegas, to protect it as a tourist spot, they lied because 2 shooters is a whole different beast. What we heard was that the man's girlfriend was also a part of this and she was at Bellagio. Hence the stampede the other way, meaning the 2 of them had people running within a 1 mile stretch toward each other. After I saw that with my own 2 eyes, I would try to tell people in my life, and they just kind of reacted like they weren't in Vegas. People in Vegas, we all know what was real. But the people who weren't in Vegas try to act like, oh, just try to give me explanations that don't make sense. Now the question is, did they catch that woman? Or whoever the second person was? Or did they just let her go to save face? I don't know. Do y'all trust the media? What are y'all thoughts? Was anybody else involved in the Las Vegas shooting like me and have the same opinions? Or did you hear anything about a second person? Let me know.
So what's really going on, y'all? How do we have the whole of TikTok coming on here talking about how the leaves are not falling off the trees, what happened to winter, and literally to a few days this is happening in New Mexico? And I'm talking about to the point that they had to shut down the whole I-40 because there was terrible accidents happening due to the snow, the immense amount of snow that fell. Like this happened to the whole Midwest, y'all. Look at this. It's like it's coming out of nowhere, y'all. Like this is, again, the desert where it's supposed to be dry, humid, arid, and then now you got snow. Like the whole I-40 is literally closed off. Look at this. If I weren't aware that we were going through a shift, I would say there was a lot of manipulation going on with the world right now. But I know this is literally the shift happening. This has to take place. I feel for the animals because this is unnatural to be in this type of weather. And then to be knee deep into this type of weather as well, y'all. Snowy day in New Mexico. I-40 is closed off due to the bad accidents. And you know what I'm saying? Just like Joe Biden said, it's going to be a dark winter, right? It's crazy. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
So this is article. I'm reading this article about how Hurricane Raphael has basically changed path and heading straight for the coast of Louisiana is what they're saying, when all of a sudden I see this article at the top of my screen. Vast deposit of white gold in Arkansas could be stunningly valuable. Wait a minute. So basically some geologists go and sample this part of Arkansas and find a ton of white gold, aka the L word. Now that's just the sample area. We're not talking about the entire Smackover formation. Problem is they don't have any water to do the mining. And you gotta have water to mine that white gold. So then I go back to look at the path of the hurricane and I'm like, why is it heading straight for that area? Remember what I said, people, they need water. Now, if you kept up with this wasn't the original path. It was originally supposed to go towards the panhandle. I don't know, people. They really want to get this white gold out of the ground. But yeah, this is for entertainment purposes only. I mean, what do I know?
People are telling these real life stories of, I met a vampire in New Orleans. I was bartending at a bar and I met a vampire. I took a ride home in an Uber and this guy told me about this vampire that I met. And there are so many stories. And one of them was this woman swearing that one of the Carter brothers came into her bar.
Yeah. If you know of New Orleans, this story is one of the more popular lores around town. Like if weird things are happening, it's a Carter brother.
Never been.
Have you ever heard of and you've seen them, a national emergency broadcast?
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden everything stops and the United States government comes in and goes, there's an alert.
Yeah.
Okay. So the U.S. government has extraordinary capabilities.
But I hear you.
What about the internet freedom issue? The internet freedom.
Well, it's interesting because I went up to the western mountains of North Carolina about 2 weeks ago. Spent a couple of days up there, helping out and just doing an assessment of the situation. And it's the first time in 45 years for me being on a ham radio. Okay, so. And I have a background. One of my master's degrees is in telecommunications, and in the world of the terrestrial world of communications is fascinating if you really deeply understand it. So ham radio operators, that's why ham radio operators, there's not a lot of them, you're not going to find them all over the place, but they exist. And yet it's one area. So if the government comes in and says, we're going to shut down communications in this country, which they could do. Like the FCC, Federal Communications Commission, it is to me, it's one of the most powerful positions in the government. It's a person that's generally chosen for about 10 years. It's very powerful because they own the internet. So we are communicating over a segment of the internet. That segment isn't owned by you. It's actually, and you kind of go, well, who owns it then? Well, it's supposed to be, actually, we own it. Right? The American people own it because we kind of run it because of all these satellites and all these different things, like telephones that you probably might have had when you were a little kid, the old 2-pair copper wire, because we ran copper all over this country. So the U.S. government has done some smart things for purposes of national security to be able to control communications when they need to get out things like a warning, like we've got incoming, nuclear attack. So, I grew up in the days of schools where we had to duck underneath our desks, okay? So the government can do that if they want to.
Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, these UPS trucks are
UPS.
They're like ghosts,
Shout out to all my brown brothers out there. Florida, I'll represent.
You gotta be careful because every time I'm at this place, I freaking hear a bunch of weird, crazy noises. Freaking stuff be opening by itself.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
So, yeah,
2 weeks. Matter of fact, I'm out now.
This will be crazy.
And to be clear, I don't trust either party either.
Right.
I mean, that's very clear that it is one party and they just keep both sides warring with one another intentionally. But occasionally,
and democracy is an illusion.
Democracy is an illusion.
Yeah.
But occasionally you will see that one person falls through the cracks, and there are those people out there. This was the reason I supported Trump.
Right.
Because if Trump was a part of the club, they wouldn't have gone at him like that. They wouldn't try to lock him up. They wouldn't have tried to kill him. I mean, you know who's not in the in club, because all you have to do is see who the media is attacking. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is November 9th in Michigan, and I still have tomatoes growing and ripening. This is nuts.
There's a mountain. You guys having anything like that? I know where I'm at. This week it's going to be warm, like in the 70s, but still overnight it's close to freezing, if not below freezing. And my tree out front Hasn't dropped a leaf, still bright green, not changing no colors. Nobody on the block is trees are changing colors. Now I don't know, I just moved here, so I don't know, maybe the leaves don't fall on this tree, because I know there's some trees that are, you know, they're just, they don't go dormant. Some trees just stay green year round. They're just desert trees. So I don't know, but this tree looks like the leaves should fall, and I think for sure if they haven't fallen yet, they should at least be turning a yellowish, you know, orange, you know, turning fall colors, because it's cold as hell at night over here. It's 30 below, or not 30 below, 30 degrees or below, and I haven't had a leaf drop yet. So you guys having any of those weird occurrences yet?
Mountain in Sri Lanka called Danigala, and they're saying it's an alien mountain. Even on Google Maps, they're openly saying, yeah, look at that.
There's a rock formation like that, I think, in like North Dakota or something. It looks like the base of a tree.
And in this mountain, they found petroglyphs, you know, rock carvings. They're saying this is 300,000 years old.
The carvings?
Yeah, the petroglyphs.
Do you know what they depict or anything?
It's UFOs.
Really?
Yeah. Structure. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, stuff like UFOs and aliens, you know, like weird figures. No, you're not going to find any
That looks
pictures.
like he's getting some money now, huh? Check him out. Looking like a Kansas City pimp over there. Check him out. One dressed like that in the earlier videos. Boys living lives.
There is a large statue of Lord Buddha there too. In this mountain, they're tying everything together. They literally think the gods came from the sky. They have a lot of UFO sightings in this area. There's a lot of mystical, strange aspects.
Did you see the map of the actual country? How many places
seen it
actually
before.
voted red?
No.
It's just a few cities. Even California was mostly red. That's what's crazy. Look at that.
That's
crazy.
interesting.
That's crazy. There's no blue states, just blue.
Now, isn't it always like that? Usually? It's just because all the rural places are always red. It's just the little metropolitan places that, and that's why they keep all the minorities and the less fortunate in these populations, because that's where most of their votes come from. Like Arizona could be all red if Maricopa and I think Tucson's Pinal County, those two counties win, state's blue. So I don't know.
Blue cities.
All right, so I found a paper from January 21st,
1989. I wasn't even born yet, y'all.
Open it up. It's a supermarket. Super Place Supermarkets. I have no idea where that was. Prune juice, $1.19. Instant decaffeinated, $4.99.
8 ounces though. That's not much for $5.
Deodorant, $1.19.
Arm & Hammer.
Cat food, 2 for $1. Bleach, 99 cents.
That's cute.
Let's see. Oh, let's go to sea scallops, $7.99 a pound.
It's still kind of expensive.
Shrimp, $14.99. That seems expensive for back then. Cod. Let's see.
It's a steak. Where's the beef?
Some fruit. Grapefruit,
I don't buy a lot of
$3.89.
seafood.
49 cents a pound for some
That's cheap.
oranges. What do we got up here? Paper towels,
towels.
39 cents.
Still get them
But
for
you gotta
99
have the
cents
coupon.
at Walmart.
What else do we got?
Where's the beef, girl? There we go.
Some steak, $2.69 a pound.
Pretty cheap.
Chicken breast, $1.69.
Still get that.
Turkey, boneless turkey, $1.49. I don't ever remember this store, but I guess we had one where I lived. Oh, what's this one?
It's cheaper.
Boneless turkey
but
breast,
not
save
much.
$1, but you need the coupon.
Yo, listen. So the first thing I did this morning was, of course, get on TikTok, and I saw videos of a woman screaming that there's people inside of the containers, the shipping containers, so all the ports, right? That's the second time, that's the first time on TikTok that I've seen it, but I've had a passenger tell me the same thing on the West Coast, that they could hear people screaming, and that certain people have badges that are not allowed to go past a certain point, and that's where the people are. I'm calling on Rogue Warriors, a nationwide unlock of the shipping containers right now. Start posting. If we want to make a change in this world, we set every person free. No more human. Unlock the containers. We save everyone. Calling all TikTokers. Post about unlocking the shipping containers worldwide. Love you.
Have you guys ever seen the show The Wire? Classic show. Old, I think from the early 2000s on HBO. It's on HBO if you have the app. Classic show, The Wire. But there is an episode that they found a container full of no longer here females. So I guess that happens. I don't live near a shipping port. I've been seeing these TikToks and hearing about it. But is that you got to think that's got to be something that happens, because these things come from all over the world, you know, transferring to America, we're transferring to other places. So I would think it's kind of common, knowing how people are. But that was an episode on The Wire, y'all.
Remember last year when these people had a UFO land in their backyard in Las Vegas? And the UFO was caught on police body cam footage, and the people had like video evidence of these 10-foot tall creatures in their backyard. And at first all the news sources were covering it, saying that it was a UFO, and then they started saying it wasn't. And the whole incident was eventually just covered up, and we never heard anything else about it. So this footage surfaced on Reddit, and this person was actually able to enhance the video right here. And you can see something standing and staring at these people from over this fence. It almost looks like it's cloaked. I've never seen this footage before. I don't know if you guys have or not.
There's something cloaked up there.
Crazy. That's the alien. That's the alien that's in these people's back freaking yards. I wonder what happened to these people. Like, what happened to all this?
You're saying that
now last night, it just hit me right now when I saw that clip. It made me think of what happened to me last night. Last night, I don't know if I woke up and I was still half asleep or not, but I heard, like, you know, the old school alien sound, the organs or whatever playing. I heard it and my eyes were open, and I was like looking at the window because I thought the window is my front yard. So in my mind, though, I thought it was a backyard, but I was looking for lights. I was listening, like waiting for it to happen again. But I heard something, and my first thought was like a UFO. This was the middle of the night. I woke up out of my sleep, heard it, looked around, listened, looked for lights. You know, nothing, and went back to sleep. And I forgot about it all day until just right now when I saw that clip. It made me think of it. But I don't know. Got to check the Ring cameras.
NASA figured out that we're actually living in these sort of civilizational cycles that we really have no control over. They're kind of these hard resets.
Exactly.
Maybe we're headed towards one right now.
And in order
they're hiding it.
And in order to cover it up, they blocked all knowledge of the binary star companion so that that whole cycle would not be understood.
That's insane.
Is it though?
I don't know. I mean, I need to
if there was an asteroid, and I'm not saying this in an apocalyptic way, because I would actually, the next part of this is we should talk about how I believe we may be able to prevent that.
Okay.
But what I mean is, if governments knew about a giant asteroid coming towards the Earth or a comet, would they tell everybody?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Widespread panic.
Sure.
Complete society collapsing.
And you're of the opinion that this dead star is headed towards the sun now?
Yes.
And so, do you have, based on your
cycles of what we see in ice cores throughout Antarctica and Greenland of a consistency?
And what's your model of how much time we have left based on that?
We're right in it right now.
So,
very interesting how consciousness seems to rise at the same time that the sun starts to emit more energy. And this gets into, again, lost civilizations, what they knew.
Yeah.
Right?
He was part of a Masonic type order with the Vatican, a secret society. To him, it was very, very secretive. He always had a couple of bodyguards,
right?
Vatican associated. The Vatican has a bank. We all know it.
Mm-hmm.
The Vatican has business all around the world. And very connected. This guy was very connected. It was weird because, he told us that a lot of his business contacts and his connections and the way that he can do business and have so many open doors was because of this secret society, just like we have the Yale Society of Skull and Bones.
Right.
Okay, that's top-notch American. They've run this country for years. They've had presidents in power.
They had two run against. They had guys running against Kerry and Bush at the same time.
Bush.
Politics aside, McDonald's is about to go broke because of this man. He just revealed how much they are profiting off of poisoning us. Check this out because they're trying to get it down right now.
President Trump was cooking at McDonald's the other day and giving people French fries. And people criticized me, and they said, well, you know, he's out there giving fast food. And I said, I don't have anything against fast food. I'm against food that has seed oils. When I was a kid, McDonald's was made with tallow fat. That was good for you. Your body needs that. It makes you healthy. Why aren't we making it with tallow fat again?
Man.
Can you imagine? like if he comes in, right? Gas prices drop, interest rate drops, food, beef drops. Everyone that's eating fast food drops weight. Everyone's skinny. Can you imagine? He's going up on Mount Rushmore if that happens, y'all. Can you imagine if that starts happening? Like people that eat fast food that are overweight, all these, it's just a snowball effect. The hospitals, everything starts slowing down. The medicine, all that, all the big pharma and all that. It's going to be interesting to watch these next 4 years. Now, I'm not saying all that's going to happen, but I'm just saying, can you imagine if stuff like that started happening and that snowball effect started going? And then in the next 4 years, a Democrat wins and it all goes back to how it was. That's when the revolution starts, y'all.
Gavin Newsom fucking hates the people of California. Not only was he disappointed in us that we passed the Proposition 36 to have, you know, crime made illegal again.
Slip in this chair.
But now he's enacting this new gas tax starting in January. It's going to be up to 85 cents a gallon. It's going to be added to gas prices.
Already
it's part of a clean air initiative for... it's an initiative that's never going to see fruition. The grid can't handle it. Not only that, but the infrastructure, the bridges, the freeways, they're not built to hold EVs. They're built to hold gas-powered vehicles. EVs are much heavier. So the whole thing's fucking ridiculous. What this really is, this is just another attack on poor people that can't afford a home to charge an electric vehicle. So many people that I know, we can't afford homes. We live in apartments. We can't have an electric vehicle. This is just fucking absurd. I just don't know how much more of this we can take.
Keep voting those.
Does anybody know how much it costs to make this beautiful product in China? Anybody want to take a guess? It's the iPhone 14, $100. Okay, I'll take 50. One more guess. 300. So I got a 99 guess, I got a 100 guess, I got a 300 guess. You ready for the answer? $10.
One.
I swear to God, I was sharing with these guys. They couldn't believe me. I've visited the factories 3 times. I've met up with the chairman of Foxconn, who makes these things.
They're saying that the refs are helping them.
Whoa. And when you speak to people around the league, they believe it's as bad
it happened again. It happened again.
They're saying that they're cheap.
The kick to win it.
Oh! Shout out to Taylor Swift right there, who was a part of the entirety of it all.
They're not even trying to hide it anymore. It's in plain sight. The
Chiefs have won! The Chiefs have won! They're saying that the NFL wants Taylor Swift in another Super Bowl and Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, the little golden child of the NFL, to win every single game. Did they not see that?
With the officiating. And I think the league office themselves, if they were being honest, was not happy with the calls in that game.
That's what practice was about. It was about practicing the script. I knew it. I told you so. I knew
There's an issue with the officiating.
I don't know.
How annoying. It is what it is, though. I watch it every Sunday. My Cardinals, that's about it.
Everybody wanted to know what happened. You played this clip, Rob. I don't know if you've seen this or not. Maybe you can lower the audio a little bit, Rob. Increase it a little bit. This went viral. Everybody got an envelope. President Carter, that's Hillary, Bill. Jeb gets the same envelope. Mom shows it to him. Look at Jeb's reaction and her reaction.
Wow.
Her reaction.
was in 2019, 2020. When was this,
And
y'all?
for
This
fresh
wasn't
flavor, was
recent.
this at John McCain?
George H.W.
Senior.
I remember this.
Oh, okay.
This girl wanted to check if you're not being scammed at gas stations, and you'll be shocked by the results. At first, she started pouring some fuel into a special measuring cup to get the most accurate reading possible. She decided to measure exactly 1 liter to compare it with what the dispenser would show, and she couldn't believe her eyes when she saw the result, because it turned out they charged her 14% more. How is that even possible?
Kind of depends when you were born, but do you remember anything about this movie? One thing.
Never
There's
seen
a
it.
reason that Return to Oz is considered to be one of the most disturbing films that Walt Disney Pictures ever put out. Basically, the premise is that Dorothy has come back from Oz, and everybody in her life believes that she is mentally ill. So like a perfectly good farm family, they submit her to an asylum. At this asylum, she is supposed to receive electroshock therapy. She then escapes the asylum with the help of this anonymous accomplice. They end up jumping into a nearby river to escape the building, but then they get washed away from each other. Dorothy then wakes up again in Oz. She has a talking chicken named Bellina, and it's like the entire place has been overrun with this gang called the Wheelers. They are so scary. Not only that, but she encounters Princess Mumbai, a headless woman with a collection of heads.
All of these cars here on the right thought that they were in line for an exit, and none of them knew that they were all just stuck on the shoulder lane. In fact, none of them knew that they were all just piling up behind a truck that had to stop on the shoulder lane. Is this the
I know my
ultimate
ass
proof
wouldn't have
that
waited.
humans aren't
I
free
would have went around,
thinkers?
cut somebody off on their phone. Or, no offense,
We're never
female that's
running out
paying
of
attention.
water. That's the biggest myth we've ever been sold, because there's unlimited water underneath our feet. And it's interesting. People can just go to Google and type in ocean under the ocean. How is that even possible in the first place? How do we run out of that water? We have an ocean
how
underneath
is that
the ocean.
possible?
1950s is a perfect example. You have Lake Elsinore, and people are freaking out that Lake Elsinore is going dry. But anyways, a douser comes out, and he douses the land. And he says, based on my dousing, you should drill right here. There's a water vein that's spiraling, and you can get the water that you need to fill the lake. They douse right there. All you had to do was tap into the water that's underneath us. They plug in, they get the water, they refill Lake Elsinore. The lake has been filled ever since.
I want to show you guys this. Let's watch this one more time. Pay attention to when he coughs and tell me they don't like each other. She looks at him like, been married 30 years and you make this annoying noise and your woman just looks at you like, fucking hate when you do that noise. Like how she looks at him when he coughs like, I can't stand this guy. Watch one more time.
Plug in, they get the water, they refill Lake Elsinore. The lake has been filled
Cracked
ever
up
since.
when I saw this. Look at her. You fucking... Look at Joe.
So I saw this and I thought this was very, very interesting because I'm a numbers guy. I like statistics. So far this year, the United States has given these amounts of dollars to these countries. So you have Ukraine, Israel, Ethiopia, Jordan, Egypt, Afghanistan, Somalia, Yemen, Congo, Syria, and then $9,000 per illegal immigrant that has entered the U.S. I won't even try to calculate that because I went to public school. If you look at the top, it says approximately 1.53 million individuals were encountered by CBP at the southwest border, with an additional estimated 430,000 individuals potentially entering the U.S. without detection. I then told it to give me the calculation, and that calculation is $3,870,000,000. My whole question is, what is the interest of relationship between these countries? Are these loans where there's a creditor and debtor situation, or are they literally just giving away money to help their interest? I don't know what's going on. If anybody has any of that information, let me know, because I like to find things, I like to learn things. Why exactly is this much money being sent out to other countries when you have places here that still don't have clean water, that just look like dumps? I live in the Northeast, I live in New York, so there's a lot of homeless people in New York. I think 5% of this number may even be able to take care of homelessness. I then asked if that 3.87 billion could eradicate homelessness, and obviously ChatGPT has to be very judicious about it. So they go on to say, eradicating homelessness in the United States is a complex issue that goes beyond just a dollar amount. But I don't think that's true at all, because the Bible that I read says money answereth all things. With that being factual, I don't see any reason why money can't fix the homelessness problem. What do y'all think?
All right, family. There you have today's reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, let's get this video to 1,000 likes. I want to get back in that algorithm, y'all, getting 10,000 views or more if possible. But hey, we've been banging out videos. I needed a break yesterday. I was having a long day. Long story with my TV. I'll tell you guys, this is the end of the video. If you're here, you're gonna listen, right? I bought a brand new 70-inch TV, right? So me and my pregnant girlfriend tried to hang it up, and when I was holding the top, I kind of gripped it because it was kind of slipping and it cracked. So I broke the TV. Right, I didn't do it Saturday night. I'd put it up Sunday night, or not Sunday night, Sunday before the football game. Football game was at 2. I put this TV up like at 1:30, sit down at 2 to watch the game. TV's broken. I haven't been that mad in a while, y'all. I don't think my woman's ever seen me that mad. So if you're watching this, lady, I apologize. But so I had to go take the TV back yesterday on Sunday night. I took it back, got a new one, and I told her, can you have your parents come over, your dad and your brother? So we put the TV up, and now it's good, y'all. So that was a long Sunday. Yesterday, I was like, I don't know, I want to put a video out. It's been stressful. I'm just going to relax today. Got a nice mental health in, got a nice hike in. I'm going to go for a hike right now after I edit this video and get it up to you guys. But anyways, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. If you made this far, like, comment, subscribe. Second channel, link is in the bio. We're going to be doing a video over there pretty soon, y'all. We're going to be getting there. But anyways, y'all, this is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. Hope everyone out there has a good Tuesday. I'm going to see you guys on Wednesday. Later, y'all.